starting our day in Jasper, and we are going to Columbia Icefield Glacier Tour. See, we're gonna go over there. This is where we're gonna go, over there. And we have to register in this building.
Look at sister, before was like this.
Uh-huh.
Full of glacier to the parking lot.
Oh wow. Total moraine. Athabasca.
See? The swing is the balance between snowfall and ice melt shift.
And it's over there. Waiting for the bus. Our turn. We're going to the skywalk first.
And the Pequot peoples, and here at the Icefield, these lands which hold many great memories and stories, it is pretty incredible to be able to wake up every single morning next to the mountains. That's for sure. And as I emerge onto the highway, guys, you're going to get your first view on the left side of the mighty Athabasca Glacier. The local Stony people of this
Athabasca
region
Glacier over there.
call it Shahatonga. Translates to
Shahatonga.
big ice. So
Shahatonga.
that's a very fitting translation indeed. If you take a look to your right, you're going to see a blue staircase. Beyond that is what we call the terminal moraine. It's a large mound of dirt and stone. Post-Ice Age, it is actually the furthest retreat of that Athabasca Glacier. And that dates back to 1843. Meaning that 150 years ago right now, I would be driving on ice. Yeah, that glacier retreats about 5 meters a year, which is why our conservation and education efforts here are so vital. Straight ahead a little bit to your left-hand side is another outlet glacier of the Columbia Icefield. It's the Dome Glacier. Kind of looks like a frozen waterfall. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Amazing. Next to that is Mount Snow Dome. Looks like icing on top of a cake up there. That layer is surprisingly 100 meters thick. Appearances are deceiving. It's actually the same height as the Big Ben Clock Tower, famous clock tower of London, England. And the Dome Glacier is notable not only for its beauty and views, but it is because we call it a triple continental divide. And what that means is the meltwater that comes off of the glacier actually flows into 3 separate river systems, and eventually 3 different oceans. This is the only known triple continental... Yeah, my left windshield wiper's not working well. Only known triple continental divide on planet Earth. If you've ever drank water in your life, you have likely done so from this region. Yep, that water flows west through the Pacific Ocean, east through the Saskatchewan River, eventually merging with the Hudson's Bay and into the Atlantic Ocean, and north through Shinwapta River on your left-hand side here, merging with the Athabasca River, and eventually flowing into the Arctic Ocean.
Oh, it flows to the Arctic.
And to your right-hand side is Mount Wilcox. Do you want to guess who discovered it? It's Mr. Wilcox. Now, at the base of the mountain,
Mount
kind of looks like a hiking
Wilcox.
footpath along those trees. It's actually the old highway.
Mr. Wilcox.
They started creating that in 1931. It took 9 years to build. 600 workers on this project were paid 25 was used for British, American, and Canadian troops in mountain warfare preparation.
Oh.
In 1961, the new highway was paved, and that is the road I'm currently driving on.
Oh, 1961. This was built.
Hopefully
The
you guys get to see
Icefield
some
Highway.
bighorn sheep
Bighorn.
up at the skywalk. Just be careful not to look them straight in the eyes. They are the second dumbest animal at the Icefield. Anybody on this bus afraid of heights? Hey, the silence is good. Have no fear, the skywalk sits only 280 meters above the canyon floor. It's incredibly secure. All 21 of our Ice Explorer fleet can fit their weight on the platform. No problems at all. And folks, as I make my way around this bend, you are going to get your first glimpse of the skywalk. As I mentioned, 280 meters above the canyon floor, it is built with 34 steel beams.
We made it to the skywalk. This is our first stop. And we're gonna go to the skywalk. Here. This is 100 million years. It's 100 million years, Ken. Yeah. Started raining. Going to the skywalk. And it's raining. Oh, wow. Hun, it's raining. Hurry up and walk to the skywalk now. We won't have can't see the background. It's cloudy now. Oh.
The tours started up. Now these tours used to come from Banff and Lake Louise, but they actually used to be done on horseback back then. They used to ride these horses out. Take you about 5 days to come out here, and that was the first ever tours that started up from the Brewster family. And then as things started to progress in the 1950s, Parks Canada then allowed the use of snowmobiles. So you may have noticed one out the front of Starbucks. That big yellow one, so they had two skis on the front, they had tracks on the back, and they looked like a big bug on wheels. They used to take about 16 passengers up the Athabasca until they decided to come up with a new generational model. That generational model came around in the 1970s. It was nicknamed the Shake and Bake. Now, why was it called the Shake and Bake? Well, one, they actually built it with no suspension, and two, with no air conditioning, and the windows wouldn't open up, so you'd literally shake and bake the whole time out there throughout the summer on the glacier. And then in 1981, the first ever Ice Explorer was born. It was nicknamed the Terror Bus. And up until 1983, they used all three of those models actually, until just deciding to stick with the Ice Explorer Terror Buses. Now today you're going to be on one of those Ice Explorers. You're about to see the Ice Explorers when I come into these bays up ahead. You'll be with driver Nathan today. He'll be your ice driver, not me. I know, devastation. However, you're going to be in great hands. He's a very enthusiastic and lively tour guide. Fun fact about driver Nathan. Oh, probably the second most handsome bus driver you'll see today, that's for sure. Some of you will get that. Now, I may or may not be the bus to pick you up. So just in case I'm not, please just remember to take all those personal items and belongings with you. Yes. Please take all your items and belongings with you. Yes, that does include husband, wife and children. Anything left behind you're more than happy to find on our Facebook marketplace. Or back at the Lost and Found. We'll see that on. This is your Ice Explorer just sitting here, very nice at the red one. So when we come down, I'm going to exit the bus first. I'll put the step down and I'm just going to get you guys just literally just go straight through this gap here and straight onto that Ice Explorer on your right side there. Yes, on the right.
Well, it's raining hard, so we're inside this truck to go to the glacier. Unfortunately, it's raining, so we'll wait and see what happens. Look at all the mud.
Driver down to the ice today. So I've got a 15-minute drive along there and I'll give you a tour as we go. So first off, we do have some safety things to go over. So could you go ahead and buckle your seatbelts up there? Return. Hey, it's quite common to have all seasons in one day here. Alrighty, so has anyone ever been on a bus like this before? No, they're quite unique. I think where else would you find them in the world? Now these vehicles are purpose-built for their job of going out onto the ice and handling some rugged terrain in between. So we're just at full speed. Impressive, isn't it? Now these Ice Explorers, they've had a few different names over the years. The Snow Coach and the Terror Bus. There's about 23 of these Ice Explorers in the world, and you're going to find 22 working here at the ice field. Now that other one is calling Antarctica home, working for the Australian and United States governments. Now a few different versions of our Ice Explorers over the years. And a lot of the early versions would use caterpillar tracks at the back. Now the caterpillar tracks are great for traction on the slippery ice, but unfortunately they would break up the ice into smaller and smaller pieces. Now I'm sure you've seen our Ice Explorers now having these very large and very soft monster truck-like wheels. Now they're quite low pressure as well, only around 15 psi. Now it's incredibly large for the Columbia Icefield, roughly the same size as Vancouver City, or about 165 square kilometres. Now the mountains and the valleys here in the Canadian Rockies have been shaped by glaciers over a very long period of time. Our Columbia Icefield is just like a big frozen lake. You have to imagine it's filled up with so much snow and ice, it's reached the point that it's overflowing. Our glaciers being the frozen rivers flowing down the valleys. Now glacial ice is incredibly dense. It's less than 10% air. And it takes about 50 meters of snow to give you 1 meter of ice. Now the glaciers have some incredible pressure behind them. As they're flowing down the valleys, they're carving out the rock and rubble, pushing it in front and off to the sides like a bulldozer. And that's where we are right now, right on top, a big pile of rock and rubble known as a moraine.
Whoa. 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 Oh, it's going down. Going down now.
Alrighty, so here we are at some people say the most exciting part of the trip. as we descend the lateral moraine. So this road about 28 degrees. Now this is the fun part. Go ahead and stick your hands up in the air and say wee. I'll join you. Wee. I'll keep my hands on the wheel though.
Wow, look at this.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So this big pile of rock and rubble is known as the lateral moraine. And if you look across to the other side of the valley, you can see that there's one on that side as well. And back at our Discovery Centre, that is known as the terminal moraine. And it marks where the glacier was at its furthest extension.
That's amazing, Sister Wendy. Oh my God. OMG. What? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow. It's a wow. It's amazing. This is the once in a lifetime opportunity. That's it.
Well, how was that, folks? Quite exciting, isn't it?
Yes.
We can go down now.
So right now, looking out your window, we're driving atop this rocky road. Now actually below this rock you'd find ice. So right now we are driving on the glacier. Now this is the ice core moraine. At some point in history there was a very large rock slide that covered this part of the glacier and this layer of rock. Now you'll see to our right the uncovered ice is a lot lower down, and eventually that uncovered ice will be completely melted, but you'll still be able to find ice under our feet. The rock is actually slowing down the melting process. Alrighty, so we're driving through this big puddle here, and this is our tyre wash. So we're washing our wheels. It is the tyre wash. Hey, you're lucky I'm not asking for a volunteer. So washing our wheels from some of the dirt and rock behind us, and that's for the same reason. Wearing a black t-shirt on a hot summer's day, that dark black colour absorbing the sun's energy.
Oh wow.
And a lighter white
But the
colour
ice
will
is the-
reflect a lot of the sun's heat back into the atmosphere. So by washing our wheels, we're just trying to limit the amount of dark coloration that goes onto the glacier. And of course, slowing down the melting process as much as possible.
Side now, look. Oh. You have to be very careful.
Alright everybody, welcome to our turnaround point. So this is where we're going to get off the bus if you want to.
If you
Now
want
you don't have to get off the bus, and I understand it is a bit of a wet day out there.
Yeah.
Now if everybody does come back and they're all satisfied, we can leave early, but otherwise this bus will be leaving at 4:30.
4:30.
Now the door will remain open. If you get cold or wet, you can come back at any time.
Half an hour.
Okay. We are at the the biggest glaciers I've ever seen. Big, humongous. Holy smokes. I'll just take a picture.
Yeah. Careful,
Okay, here. There. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Oh, man. People still coming
everybody. How was it? Yeah, good time. Hey, well done to those brave, crazy people out there. That's the spirit. Alrighty, you can go ahead, put your seatbelts back on. We'll reverse out of here, and I'll talk to you just in a minute.